some employee situations are different than maybe if you're a startup business owner, right? If you're listening to this and you're acquiring a practice, and you're going to be probably inheriting some folks. And but if you're starting up, you're building from the ground up and you build out, then you're in an interesting situation that you don't have anybody that's already experienced there. You're going to have to basically acquire not only not a practice, but a team. And that means that all the onus of selecting those individuals, training those individuals is now going to be on you or either someone else that you have brought on, like an office manager, as an example. So there's a couple different scenarios. You got the startups where you're going to be starting from scratch. You've got something where you're a partner and you're buying in, or you're acquiring an established practice. And then is that practice in really great shape, or there's some things need to be, kind of hammered out. And so these are different choices. But I will tell you this, my experience has been, before you make any real quick decisions, do some close inspections, listen, learn, seek first to understand, do a really strong analysis of everything, a good SWOT analysis of where are we now, where are we going, how do we get here, and then be careful about taking anybody's word for, this person or that person is great or isn't. Look for the behaviors. The behaviors are key. I share with people all the time that, if you were going to be interviewing somebody, and I'll pick, let's just say that to work as a front receptionist, maybe answering phones or greeting patients as they come in. If you're hiring for that position and somebody tells you that they're an expert in that area, they've been doing it for a year, 5 years, 10 years, right? Whatever it is, have them do what it is that you expect for them to do. So if they're going to be answering the phone for you, have them demonstrate that on that interview, or watch them do it during the workday. It's one thing to sit here and say, oh, I'm great at closing sales, or I'm great at sales presentations, or I'm great at speaking. Okay, well, here's the microphone, right? Here's the phone call. Here's the patient walking through the door. Go. Because somebody that's ready to do that should be able to do that very quickly with very little thought. You've been doing this for a year, for 3 years, 20 years. You should be able to do that very quickly. So seeking counsel is always important. I don't dismiss anyone's comment, but I don't ever rely solely on that. I look at the behaviors of what I observe and hold that up against what that person is saying and what others are saying, and I draw my own conclusions. And at some point, you have to then say, I've either got the team or I've got some of the team, and you've got to make some changes. I would be very careful about sweeping changes as well. You may want to tackle problems one at a time, right? So